All they see, they don't see anything on the screen. I just tried to put my hand over the screen. I'm so stupid. It was Elyoya does 3 camps. He does blue Gromp Wolves into red, sorry. He does 4 camps. And he looks for a top dive. Now, this top dive is actually good setup. This top dive has good setup in my books because Udyr didn't spot the volley bear. So he has a free dive opportunity here. And I think it's just a clean dive. If you can push in the wave, it's just a clean Q into flash auto into one shot with the E. So he doesn't show himself and the setup's good. Problem is they executed pretty poorly and Larsen's spacing right now. Look, Elyoya goes way too early. He needs to wait now. He waits to wait. He needs to wait a little bit longer still and wait for the wave to crash. Because right now he tanks a tower shot. So he should have waited a couple seconds more. And then when he goes in, he doesn't even have his E up. So the damage is not there. And then they went 2 for 1, which is terrible against the Ryze. Because then the Ryze gets double buffs. And the TP, he doesn't lose anything. Because look what he does. Key thing to note here. Larsen stays top and pushes out this wave and the next wave. And Odoamne TP's mid to catch the wave. Look. So they lose no creeps for this. And there's no wave denial on the dive. That really sucks. I mean, they got the double TP. But still, it's such a good play for Rogue. Because look at Larsen on the minimap. Pushing out the next top wave. And then he bases on a good base timing. Because Victor needs to base and TP back. And it's a cannon wave mid. So can't push it in. Inspired pulls the wave here a bit. Doesn't do too much. He's just running to his bot side camps. And now by the time Humanoid comes back to lane, he can't actually push in the wave to deny any creeps for Larsen. He loses like 1 or 2 creeps. Elyoya gets bot crab. Inspired couldn't really contest this. Because mid TP back. Which makes a lot of sense. There was no real way that Inspired could just run through mid and get this crab. Because he doesn't have smite and there's no mid push. So yeah, I think Rogue are in a turbo spot now. Because now you have 3 winning lanes. Like 3 hard winning lanes. Barring top. I think our Odoamne actually could have died here. If Armut hits the stun. Poor stun. If he hits, then Odoamne is dead. See, the thing is with this game state right now is it's really fucking rough. Because Elyoya has 3 lanes pushing into him. He's a level down. He lost 2. He's 3 camps down as well. And enemy mid has double buffs a little bit. So he can just push in waves. Like look at Larsen. Double buff still up. He can just fast push waves with blue buff. Never go and always lean top. So Armut can't punish this top matchup. Because Larsen just keeps fast pushing waves with blue. And hovering topside, which means that Armut can never really contest the 1v1. Because if he does, then it's just an overextension to the point where Larsen can just collapse and kill him. So now watch what Larsen does. He's probably just going to fast push this wave again. Because he wants to impact the map. There's no point leaving this wave like in an even state against the Victor. Because the Victor is useless. And he can keep moving topside. Because Armut has a really bad wave right now that he's trying to crash. So look, Mad Lion's vision. Larsen's already running up. The wave's terrible for Armut. He wants to crash it, but he can't. And they keep doing this rinse and repeat. Really good play from Rogue. Wow. Really clean play from Rogue. So Inspired is really far ahead right now. I can't stress how far ahead he is. He's gonna check the Drake right now and it's gonna be gone. But look at this, man. Rogue have bot push, mid push, jungle prio, not a level 6 volley bear. The bot wave doesn't matter. It's bouncing into Rogue. You saw that? Keep your eyes on bot wave here. This has a lot of range creeps. This is pushing into Rogue no matter what. I don't even have to see the rest of the wave. So they can afford to just make a play happen because they can catch the wave later anyway. And Carzzy can't fast push it to the point where they can get denied. You can see Carzzy on the minimap right now fast pushing bot wave, but it won't crash on a tower, I think, because the second wave's coming in. Look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. Look, Rogue can spend all the time they want here. Look at the minimap. Carzzy has to push the next wave in as well, so they have enough time to take away blue buff, and then their bot lane can go back to lane after denying the blue and catch the wave safely. And Larsen can do the same in mid. Easy catch. They lost no creeps for this. Really, really good play. Look at that bot wave. Ah, easy catch. Now it's frozen. Now Mad Lions have to push out bot wave. Now Mad Lions are actually... They got fucked in jungle. And now jungle can't help bot because he needs to clear towards topside because his topside camps are spawning. And if Inspired was to go up here and take this and Herald, game boom. So Mad Lions need to crash his bot wave and Rogue won't let them. Because, yeah, if they hold the freeze, it's really hard for Mad Lions to lane. Now what should Mad Lions do right now? Probably try to catch as many CS as they can. Try to push out a little bit of the wave and then base and just swap for Herald. I think this is the best play for them right now. There's really not much else they can do. But the Senna time is going to follow them everywhere. So it's really rough. Really, really rough. They'll get 6 first, but it doesn't really matter. Senna time is pretty much unkillable. And I think Kaiser tries to hard trade into Hans now. Because Hans is stepping past the wave to hold the wave. And every time Kaiser tries to trade on him, he just gets eaten. And then they keep the freeze. And now they overextend it to the point where they're dead. So now bot's over as well. And now they get tempo because they push in bot wave. And now they can base. Kaiser has to hold the wave. Oh, looks like Kaiser's holding the wave. And now they can base, come out on the map. Oh man, Rogue are... it's so over this game, honestly. It's really sad. This game is completely over. It's so over. Top is doomed. I can't stress this enough. Top is just completely doomed. And bot lane is doomed as well. And mid lane is doomed. Like, everything is doomed right now. Well, Yoya is still a level down. He has some good info though, but Inspired sees him on the ward. I think they know they're going for the bot play because they're trying to contest bots because they want to contest the push because there's no flash on Rogue. Maybe they can punish it. But jungle's here. They lose the 3v3 really hard. Yeah, Rogue have 3 pushing lanes. Inspired can do whatever he wants. He has Herald as well, so he can pop it wherever he wants. Larson has TP, so it doesn't really matter for Inspired. He can invade, he can walk around the jungle, he has wards. He can drop a ward and Larson can TP whenever. I think he is leaning towards the top side a bit too much, I'd say. He's looking for Armut again, who has Flash and Mega, which is a bit of a waste of time. But it's not the end of the world. It's not bad to look for opportunities. Just I think he should be playing more towards mid. Because I think Victor is actually a free kill for this Ryze and Udyr. It's just one flash and he's dead. Okay, Udyr has Chem Tank now. Just play bot side. Both top laners have TP, it's fine. Humanoid's trying to cover bot, see if he can get some vision for them. Because they have absolutely no vision in the river. Look at their vision. Look at Rogue vision. They have 5 pinks on the map right now. Mad have 1 in the enemy jungle and 1 in their own jungle. This Herald bot was really good. Forces Mad Lions bot lane out. They don't know where Larson is. Larson's actually farming Raptors right now, but Mad Lions don't know where he is, so they can't really step up. In their mind and their information that they have right now, there could be a Ryze in that bush as well, so... They could take bot tower right now, but basing is also fine, because that tower is dead no matter what. And keeping the Mad Lions bot lane in lane is always... It's not a bad thing. So, Rogue could have taken that tower, but I think Hans looks like he had Kraken Slayer anyway, and it looks like they had Frozen Fisting anyway, so... It's always good to go for tempo over objectives in the early game. I think Rogue bot lane needs to take the tower now-ish in the next 20 seconds if they want to get free plate. They're scared of TP what's behind, it looks like. So they're sweeping out bot. That's really smart of them. They've got 10 seconds. Wow. Really, really good play from Rogue. Now they get bot tower with tempo. And they get the plates that they wanted initially as well. That gives them tempo, so that means they can go for Drake straight afterwards. And Odoamne is respecting the jungle support moving topside because they can't enter bot. Like, you have to realize this Volibear Rakan, if they step 1 foot in bot, they're just dead. Yeah, the only Mad Lions cross map they can do is just threaten the tier 1 top and start Herald. I think Rogue can run through mid though, and contest it themselves. Rogue dropped the ball here a bit with their bot lane already, I think. Like, Senna can just stay, hit the Drake, get the Drake down faster, take the souls from the dragon, run through mid, push mid with Ryze, and then run topside, and then the game's over, I think. So them basing here was pretty bad. Odoamne can just run through here to there, like this. Like he's doing now. They push mid as 4 and they run up. If enemy team's there and contest, it's 4v5, they have no Kai'Sa, and they're down 4.5k gold, they'll get aced. Okay, so they get tier 1 top, good. This was their objective regardless of the Drake falling. I think they should have ran to mid. They could have defended their top tier 1 and not lost Herald, because the enemy team has Herald now, which is not the worst thing, but it just means that you can snowball mid tower faster if you have Herald yourself. So I think that was the first mistake that Rogue made was there. So now Rogue need to go into 1-3-1 now, I think. Their bot lane needs to go mid and Ryze needs to go top now to get the good lane assignments, keep the push up. So the lane assignment from Rogue right now is really weird. I don't like it at all. This is another mistake Rogue's making. I think Larson should push this mid wave and his bot lane should stay with him. I think the bot lane of Rogue makes another mistake here. Why are they running top? What are they going to do? Push into tier 2 and start hitting it? Why? Why can't they just push mid with Larson and roam down towards bot side? There's really nothing to do top. They could be on this play right now. Or they could at least stop Larson from dying as well. Or at least faulted him. Misplay by Rogue. What do they get topside? They got a wave in. Yeah, that's it. Now they're dropping mid tower as well because enemy team has Herald. Big blunder by Rogue. This all comes down to the dragon, and lane assignments are very poor as soon as Senatam. Let's go back a bit. Senatam take top tower. It's really good right now. Now they pushed in top, they should move mid. Now they have enough free time to be around the map. There's no tier 1 in either side on top, right? And the wave's on the tier 2. So if Carsey pushes in this, it's gonna take a fucking at least a minute or 2 before it gets to this. So the Senatam, there's no reason to be top. They should just push in top like they did, move mid, and move down towards bot side and start controlling the map. Take all their vision, push out here with Renekton, and then maybe even base together or start sieging this as 3-man, 4-man with Renekton coming and Carsey pushing out top. And then they can eventually catch top wave. This is the second mistake by Rogue. First one was slow rotation to the dragon, stopping the Herald from being taken. And the second one is their bot lane going top for no reason. Why are they even trying to kill Carsey? This does nothing on the map. Now they go into 1-3-1, I think. Yep, cool. Now they're into 1-3-1. Now the lane plan's a lot easier because now all Senatam has to do is just push in and hover to a side which they want to play to. And then the other side obviously plays safe because there's no numbers there and they're just a TP bot. So if Senatam go top side, then Renekton is the safe side. He just needs to make sure he's not overtrading and he has TP for any plays. Elyoya was looking to catch out Larson here because the only way Mad Lions crack open the 1-3-1 and stop being under so much pressure is finding a pick. And the way they find a pick is a side laner. They can't catch out Senatam. Try to catch out Ryze, he's no flash. Could be a good play. Volibear's flash for the gap close. Kai'Sa can ult in. Gets caught in the end. So this is how the 1-3-1 should be played. The bot side of the map in this case is just the weak side. Odoamne is just catching waves and fogging, being ready to TP if a case of fight kicks off. And Larson needs to keep top waves pushed in. In this case, top wave was pushed. But now it's just desynced again because Larson should already be pushing top right now. But Inspired wants to contest the red, so he's around. In the end, he doesn't get it. But yeah, now he pushes out top. Doesn't matter, he wastes a few seconds. And you can see Armut moving mid, because everything's about collapsing mid right now. The 1-3-1 wants to push out sides and move mid. And Mad Lions want to stop them from pushing sides by looking for picks. And if they can't stop them, then group to the mid tower first, which is what Armut does. So now he has to go back and catch bot wave. And Caedrel has to go back top and catch top wave. This is all Rogue want to do. Get jungle camps, push out sides, go mid. Get jungle camps, get neutral objectives, push out sides, go mid. And Mad Lions have to find a way to break it. In the end, they don't find a way to break it. They keep looking for picks with Rakan Volibear to try and collapse on someone with numbers advantage. But in the end, you can see the 1-3-1 always collapses first. Larsen's here, Renekton's here. Humanoid disrespects here a lot. Pretty good dive by Rogue. Caedrel gets a kill though. But in the end, I think Rogue win this fight really hard. Cool. Mad Lions had to invest TPs. They lost Nash. They lost the fight. Okay, so all the mistakes Rogue made in the early game don't really matter anymore. Because now, Rogue's up 6k gold with Nash. So what does Rogue want to do? Well, when you have Baron, you do not want to team fight. When you have Nash, you don't want to team fight. All you want to do is set up your 1-3-1. So Rogue get a pick onto Kaiser. That was really good. I think if a member of the enemy team is down, then going 4-1 is absolutely fine as well. But in this case, they got a pick. So pushing out mid's fine. But pressuring one lane is not what you want to do with a Baron on 1-3-1. You want to pressure at least 2. So Larsen's moving top. Someone needs to go bot as well. I think Odoamne can just base and go bot. He doesn't have Nash though. So the problem is, I think the Renekton's grouping because he doesn't have Baron buff. And he can't push out the Gnar without the Nash buff. So what Rogue need to do now is wait for side push. So they need to wait for Larsen to push top. And then they need to push mid. And then they need to collapse top together. And not get caught. What they're doing here is bad. They're playing... This is bad. This is terrible. Larsen has a top wave pushing in. Larsen has a turbo top wave. And he's got Baron buff. And he's pushing into tier 2. Why go to your weak side of the map just to start a fight when you have Baron? You have the setup. Odoamne can catch bot with TP. What they should be doing here is Rogue should be leaning top side. Play to your strong side. Hover top, push mid and go top. Take top tier 2. Team fighting here is always terrible. There's no reason to team fight. And even here, they play the fight wrong. There's a Victor here with no flash. There is a Victor here with no flash. So if you even want to take the fight, just play it properly. Victor's dead. Renekton has ult. And he has E. And there's a fucking Victor right here. I guess that it's just nerves or excitement. But yeah, going for Caedrel here is fine. He flashes out. But look at this Victor up here. Why is no one killing this guy? He's running through the whole fight. Out. He got out of here. Can you believe it? Another blunder by Rogue there again. Giving a kill across the Victor. Losing out on his top wave to get top tier 2. Not pushing out bot wave. So what have they lost? They lost top wave for the fight. And look at bot wave. It's really hard to see on this minimap because it's quite small. But that wave is big on blue side. Which means that the wave's pushing into Mad Lions. Which means they're losing creeps and they're not actually doing anything on the wave. So all they got on this Baron was mid tier 1. That's it. All they got on this Nash was mid tier 1. It's terrible. If you have Baron, rule number 1 of Baron is you don't fight. Unless the enemy team gives you a grief fight. In this case, you have a free top tier 2. Someone can push bot. You can push in mid. If they want to oink in here, Senatam can push this wave up here and just zone them. Then they have to go around. You can start hitting tier 2 mid. Go tier 2 top. Just play with their fucking emotions. Play with the waves. But this Victor should be dead here. I think it's just miscommunication. Larsen and Odoamne should already be running at this Victor. Or even hitting frontline. That works too with Odoamne. Diving too deep. Unlucky. Because if he got this Q off, he would kill Caedrel. Obviously, this is good because look, he gets in. W. Now if he can Q, he gets charmed into stun. And he can't Q. If he could Q there, he would heal up a lot and he would probably finish off Caedrel. And they didn't have Senna ult either, so it's just a really bad fight. All these small things not coming together. Anyway, they still have Baron. Maybe they can get mid tier 2 now because they have numbers advantage. Great. So now we got 2 towers for this Baron. Not the worst, not the best. Cool. Now we push in mid and move bot onto Odoamne's wave. Cool. Why are we playing macro without Baron now? We're playing proper macro, but we don't have Baron now. So just poor play from Rogue. They're 7k gold up. This should be fine. This is what they should be doing. They should have Baron right now. This is how you play the 1-3-1. Even if you want to go 1-4 with the 1-3-1, it's fine too. If they had Nash there, the top tower would already be dead. Bot tier 2 would be dead. They'd have 6 towers. They'd get this Drake, and they just have better game states. And Rogue are still in full control of this game, don't get me wrong. They've made mistakes, but they are in full control. 4 minutes until the Mountain Soul. All they need to do is push out sides, rinse and repeat. Push in mid, go to side, hover side, push side, and then keep the waves under tier 2, tier 3 for the enemy team, which means they're stuck under their towers. You keep deep vision in their jungle. You get to this, you get to this, and they can't really see anything. And they can't find engages. There's only a couple windows that they'll have to find picks, and those windows are when Senna Tamkench is pushing mid and Larsen has to push outside at the same time. That's when they can look here. You see, that's why they're looking on Larsen, because They knew that the Senna Tom has to push next mid wave. So they drop the mid wave and they say maybe Larson overextends for this wave. We can kill him. In this case, he doesn't. Cool. Larson bases, comes back out into base, pushes out top, gets blue buff. This is where we were. Cool. Larson bases and goes mid. I like that. I think pushing out top and going mid is always good. I think if you're a 1-3-1, you can be so creative. 1-3-1 is really good because you can be really creative, especially if you have TPs. Imagine I push in all 3 lanes as 1-3-1. What could I do? Well, I could pressure top and bot tower, and then you have collapse on me, and then when I collapse on me, I back off and I go mid. I could pressure top tower and move with my mid lane top, and I have number advantage. I could push out top, I could base and shadow my bot side, and then go with Odoamne, rise ult behind them and kill Gnar. I could push out top, I could go behind my mid lane like this with Larson. Here, ready for them to engage, thinking that I've based, and I'm actually here. And they think that I'm going for top wave. Yeah, I think Mad are looking for the correct opportunities. Like, what they're doing here is correct, I think. When the 1-3-1 is set up, you have to crack it open somehow by catching out a side laner. And the problem is, if they go bot side for Renekton, the wave's not in a state where Renekton's going to push that out probably. It's really risky. And Mad Lions have full vision here, so they know he's not going to do it. They're putting some pinks down and trying to catch Larson. What they're trying to do here is maybe catch Larson even in rotation, right? If Larson pushes in this and then comes in the tri-bush, maybe they can look for a pick on him. They have to find a pick. Or they have to find a fight. They have to... The second the 1-3-1 is set up, the second this bot wave is here, this top wave's here, and mid wave's here, it's over. Game's over. It's unplayable. Because then you have full vision on both your sides of the jungle, and your ways of engage are just gone. You can't get past this line. There's no way you can get a flank or find some kind of head-on engage, especially against Tamkenschult. Yeah, it's so impossible, especially with double TP, Tamkenschult, Rise ult, Senna ult. They have to find something before the setup. Before this wave comes in, they have to find something. That's why they just went for a fight. Now, this fight was crazy by Mad Lions, because, first of all, Rogue are grouped up. Mad Lions don't know this, I think, because Rise hasn't shown, Renekton hasn't shown. I guess they could assume that Renekton's here now. Okay, Larson's going to catch top wave. Does Larson show and then they just say fucking go? Yeah, okay, so Mad Lions vision. Look, this is Mad Lions vision. So we said the way you break the 1-3-1 is find a pick. So finding pick on side lanes is easier, but you have Rakan flash coming up in like 1 second, you can see it there. Kai'Sa ult, Volibear flash is coming up in a second, you can see it there. And both solo laners of Rogue have to catch sides. They have to push out top and bot. So Mad Lions say fucking send it. Fucking send it. So what do? They fucking send it. The flash from Ilya is about to come up. Kaiser's flash just came up. Kars is here. And I think Rogue's response was really late. I think TPs need to be now. The TPs come in now. And then the problem is the positioning. Because you're fighting here and it's okay. But look at the positioning from Larson and Odoamne. Odoamne gets a good positioning because he flashes into 4 people. But Larson has no flash and he's over the wall. So what should Larson have done differently? Well, I think Larson has to just run like this now. And fight Gnar. Stop him from getting in the fight. And then kill Elyoya. I think his positioning is poor here. He should be here right now, hitting these two. I think he's just a bit split. And then he tries to come over here. But then he realizes that they're dead. So now he knows they're over here. So then he tries to go this way. Then he realizes they're dead. And then by the time he gets all the way around here, the fight's already lost. So I think Larson's positioning was pretty poor in this fight. He either TPs in a better spot, where Odoamne TPs, maybe on the cannon minion or something, or he just instantly runs here now, because he knows this fight's going to go on for a while, and he can help his team. But I feel like he's just way out of position here, just throwing Qs over the wall. Doesn't really do anything. Okay, so Mad Lions get a triple kill onto Victor. It's not the end of the world. Even though they got fucking almost aced here, it's not the end of the world. Because they're still up 7k gold. They're still on Dragon Soul point. The Baron is still up. It's still coming up. No one got Nash. All Mad Lions got was 3 kills on Victor. That's it. Gnar didn't get stronger. Volibear didn't get stronger. Kai'Sa is just as strong as Senna, I think. All they got was 3 kills. That's it. So the game is still really winning for Rogue. Trimby gets flashes over with him and gets to eat. Inspired flashes over to Peel with stun. Stuns him. And then Hans sits in Trimby's stomach for a while, right, in the W, to make sure he can buy as much time as possible. Odoamne flashes into 4 people. Has the ult up, hits the Q, gets the stun onto the right target. So the 3-man of Rogue and Odoamne played it good, but Larson was way too split. Cool, so the game is fine. The game is still fine for Rogue. The problem is their side waves suck. So they're losing gold on sides right now, which sucks. So now Rogue should realize, okay, we have no TPs, and we can get hard engaged on mid. Even if they don't have flash, Volibear still has it. It's really fucking hard to find fights. Top wave, you can see, sucks real hard for Rogue. So now Rogue group up, which I can understand. Because playing without TPs against a hard engage comp, it's very likely that your team's probably going to engage on when you're pushing out sides. Pushing out top and bot is really hard for Rogue right now. So grouping is fine. But the problem is grouping against Victor is pretty rough. But Larson is fucking fed, so they should be able to get the push. They're further ahead. They're way further ahead. But all Rogue should be doing right now is saying, well, let's just put some wards on Baron. Yeah, like this. Just chill out. Don't worry. Let's just put some wards on Baron. A couple wards here and there just to make sure they can't rush it. And let's just play for Drake. That's it. Look at their side waves. We talked about this like a minute ago. Their side waves from this point onwards have been horrific. They push out side lanes and then they TP. And you can see, look at the sides. Bot wave, top wave sucks. And as the game progresses, no one actually touches side waves, even after the replay. Okay, Hans pushes out top. No one touched bot wave bounces. And then by the time you're in a stalemate standoff, your side waves are really trash. Which can be a good and a bad thing, right? Because your waves are pushing, it gives you pressure, but you're losing gold. So you're bleeding gold on side lanes right now. Gnar catches this. Kai'Sa catches a top wave. So 30 seconds till Dragon. Rogue setup. It's good. Could it be better? Yeah, they could try and push them out a little bit more after mid wave, but it's okay. What do I think Rogue should be doing here? Maybe Rogue could step up further. Maybe they're just scared. Like, what I think Rogue could do is, because Drake's in 30 seconds, I mean, I guess they're late out of base, but I think you could use the Realm Warp really easily here. Like, you can walk up mid and show yourselves in their face, push in the mid wave in their face, and then just Realm Warp the Drake and one-shot it, right? I think that could be a really good play, but they didn't do it. And in the end, I think they get poked out a bit here. This engage from Elyoya, I thought was terrible. Because all he does is, look, the engage is flash stun, instantly 8. Boom. The engage is done. And Larsen's free hitting their front line. So I thought the fight was over. On the cast, the first second I saw that, I was like, yeah, Rogue won. Look at the front line. They're just one-shotted. But Hans splits away for some reason. I don't know where he's running. I think he should stay with his team a bit more. And then Oruamne over chases and gets absolutely one-shot. I don't know what happens to the Renekton. Look at Renekton's HP. Victor E into second E into Q auto in a volley world. He's dead. But Hans Carzzy trade 1-for-1. And then Armut just sends it. And then the Rise ult tries to save Trimby. But Trimby had Leandries on him, so he died. And then Mad Lions get the Drake. So yeah, now it's starting to fall apart. Now it's getting hard. Kai'Sa 3 items, Victor's turbo fed. I think you're starting to see that Renekton's absolutely useless at this point in the game now. So the flash stun was good, but the eat was really good. Double root stun. The front line is melted. I think Carzzy shouldn't split because Kai'Sa has a lot of isolation damage, and if you could kite downwards maybe a bit more instead of running here. But these things are so hard to notice in the game. They're so hard to notice and think about. Now the problem of being 6k gold up is good, but all the golds on your front line. I think you saw it a little bit earlier. The gold on the mid AD is exact same. So all the golds on your top jungle support, that just means that your top jungle support just have more health. It's not more damage, it's just more health. So you can never really output more DPS in the enemy team, but if they kite you properly, then you can chunk out the health pretty easily. So the gold gap is just basic base HP, so it's really not a big deal, especially against champs like Victor, Kai'Sa, because percent HP damage and they have poke. So Mad Lions actually surprised me a lot here because they're in control of the game with really clean engages, but then they start Nash, but no one can really tank it, especially if Armut, Elyoya, and Kai'Sa are looking to turn. So already, you have to understand that Baron debuff shreds your resistances. Your armor and MR gets fucking shredded. Now, it's not a huge deal, but in a team fight, it's a massive deal. But the problem is Rogue don't have any engage. The other side of the argument is, what the fuck are Mad Lions scared of? Are they scared of a Renekton flash W? Well, Gnar's almost mega. Are they scared of a Senna root? Well, if you get hit by that, you're just reported. Are you scared of an Udyr flash stun? It's the same as Renekton. So the problem with the Rogue comp is there's no engage. There's no one that can just walk up in their face and tell them to fuck off. But Rogue played smart, keep out waves pushed. You saw bot waves crashing. They got tier 2 bot. They kept pushed in mid. They're playing smart. Larsen just picked up Rabadons. You saw his items, needless. Into a full Rabadon. He must have been sitting on 2-point-something K. So this Rise is absolutely massive.
Let's go, man.
I think Rogue are not using Rise in a really cool way. Because you have to understand, let's look at team fights, okay? You have Mega Gnar ult, Volibear ult, Kai'Sa ult, Rakan ult, Victor ult. Okay, you have some fucking cracked ultimates. What does Rogue have for ultimates? They have the Dominus. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Well, maybe you'll cast it every now and then. Doesn't count. I think if you're grouping in a Rise comp, what you should do is what Rogue should do a lot more is they should push out as 4-man, escort this wave up a bit more, and then Rise ult to Baron, and just one-shot Baron. They need to use their ults more. They need to use their globals better. Like, look at this. Tamkench. Victor's pushing out top. Senna Tam. Fucking ult on this Victor right now. Ult on Victor. Kill him. Kill him right now. Rise ult. Where is the Rise ult? How is this guy allowed to do this? I don't care what vision you have. You have TP on Renekton. This is what Rogue should be thinking. They should not be thinking about mid-wave. They should be thinking about the inters. Rise ults on City, yeah, but you have Tamkench ult. You have Tamkench ult, you have a ward, get this guy's flash, make him ult, force him out. You need to force these ultimates, force flashes, force things before the Baron. You can't just say, okay, you want a 5v5? Okay, let's 5v5. And then just wait for someone to engage and find a pick or find an engage on someone. But I think they need to play more around their globals. Like, Gnar's pushing out bot wave, coming out Senna Tamkench ult. I did not see a single Senna Tamkench ult or a single Rise ult on side lane past minute 10 when they ulted top on Rise. That's it. Yeah, because Rogue, look at their vision. There's a ping on Baron. Look at the ping assistance pings. They don't have any vision. And what Rogue could do right now is just escort this wave in mid up And then when Kai'Sa or Victor show, just rise ult to it. Or something like this. They need to be more creative in getting more globals going, finding more picks, finding things like this. Like even a Victor ultimate or a Victor flash or I don't know, a Gnar flash. These are things you need to force before a fight starts because all of your combat spells are useless. You don't have Victor ults, you don't have fucking Volibear ults jumping on you, don't have Gnar ults, you don't have Rakan ults. You have globals, so you need to force things before things start. I think you'll see G2 do this a lot, or like past seasons of G2 if they have globals, just force something. I don't care if the fight no one dies, just force something and then start the Baron. If these 2 ults are down, or these 3 ults are down and you start Baron, it's a much different fight than if they have this shit. This Baron start is disgusting. Why? Well, look at Rogue's vision when they start this Baron. So this is Rogue vision. They have no deep vision anywhere. They don't see anything here. They see nothing. They don't see anything. They have 2 wards here and a pink down here in mid. That's it. That's all they see. They don't have any vision, any deep vision. They don't know where anyone is. They don't know if there's any TP wards behind them. They're just starting Baron to force a fight, which makes no sense because first of all, you don't have any turn unless Senna can hit a root. And second of all, the enemy team has hard engage, so they're just going to stop you. What are you going to do now? If Mad Lions even if Mad Lions don't engage here, they just take your vision, they push mid, yeah? Now what? Now you've lost all your Nash control. Now Mad Lions can start Nash. And you're the ones who have to engage into them, and they have more turn than you. And now look at Rogue's vision. They have a pink in Baron, that's it. This whole thing is dark, it's full of terrors. There's nothing they can see. Once this pink ward's dead, they're fucking blind. There's 3 ways to contest Baron. There's this way, which is the most dangerous, I think, because it's the shortest path, and you don't have that much room to work with unless the blast comes up. There's this way, which is also really, really dangerous, just the same as this. It's a funnel against Victor, it's horrible. And there's this way, which is the safest. Going through mid is always the safest. If you ever see a team contest Baron, you go through mid. The only reason you take this path is if you have mid push, but they don't have mid push. And the only reason you take these 2 paths is because the enemy team can one-shot Nash. If they have a really fast Nash, you have to go through here. There's no choice. So that's why Rogue are forced here. There's no way they can go to mid wave, push, and then go through mid. Mad Lions would have one-shot the Nash by there. So they have to find a way in. And when you try to find the way in, it's already lost. Look at this. Like I was talking about the gold being on your health pass. That's it. There goes your gold lead. Boom. There's your gold lead gone. And then you just look at ultimates. There's your gold lead gone on him as well. And him. The health bars are gone. And now here come the ultimates. There's a Victor ult on 3 people. There's an Udyr in 4 people. There's a Mega Gnar stacking up. Volibear still has ult. Rakan still has ult. Rakan still has ult. And they're already losing the fight. Now Rakan can press his R and his flash. And then it's over. There's so many spells. It's horrible. You hate to see it. So yeah, I think Rogue should have played way more. Like, look at how proactive they were earlier on. Look at this, man. Senna Tamkench ulting. Senna ult. Ryze ult came up here as well. Where's the Ryze ult? Actually, Larsen Ryze ults from bot wave. And even earlier on with the top dives. Like this, they were doing it in the early game. Why didn't they do it in the late stages of the game? It's just even easier. Look at this. Ryze ult top. Kill top. Globals punishing sides. This is not even mid game and he's pushing out top. So why don't we do this in the mid game? So after this fight and after Baron, how is anyone allowed to push a side lane for the rest of their life? It's impossible. I will press, like even here, after getting this pick, can't they just, oh wait, they did it. It's just off camera. Okay, there was a replay. So we got into a replay and then the fight. Okay, we didn't even see it. So they Tamkench ult the Senna mid. Then they Ryze ulted the Tamkench Senna Ryze into mid again. This is what I'm talking about. This is the creativity you need to do with your globals to get number advantage and picks. So I didn't even see this, but you can see, look at the Ryze ult. They're Ryze ulting Udyr, Renekton mid, and they send a Tamkench ult themselves onto the wave. Or Renekton's here, sorry. So it's just Ryze and Udyr. Okay, this is what they need to do. And this is how they got the pick. We didn't even see it on the cast. That's the kind of shit they need to do. That cracks open mid tier 1. Now you have full control of the game. Do it again. Wait for this globals again and just keep doing the same shit. And here again, this is... Up until this point, they're playing so good. Look what they do again here. They push out bot, they push out mid. Okay, let's try to get bot tier 2. Okay, we couldn't. What's our plan? Well, let's Ryze ult the objective. Why don't they do this more? Up until 25 minutes, they're playing fantastic with their Ryze ults, their globals. So now they're Senna Tamkench ults up and Ryze ults up soon. Can we not Senna Tamkench ult on this Gnar already, guys? Keep it up. Come on. Tamkench ults up and this guy's pushing top. Are we allowing it? No, we're not. We have double TP. We fucking stop him now. This guy's walking into our river. Stop him now. Okay, and then we clap sides. TPs are slow. I don't know. I feel like they were just on the back foot the whole game in my books. And they should have gone for way more globals. That's how your comp works. You have one ultimate and it's a Renekton ult. So you have basically no ultimates. Versus Victor, Volibear, Gnar, Rakan, Kai'Sa. You have no ultimates. So you have to force ults and have to make picks on side before they start. You have to get your fucking police weak side cap on and you have to fucking use your globals everywhere. To trade ultimates, flashes, or get kills or picks. Rogue dropped the ball. I will have to say their comp is harder to execute, but they definitely dropped the ball. And I feel bad for them because I think that I mean, it's hard to say they deserve to win this series, but I think that they were just as good as Mad Lions